Sham is as clever as me. Ram is cleverer than me. Govind is cleverest boy in the class. Now, what do these examples teach us? These examples teach us about the degrees. Degrees of comparison. Positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Hello everyone, and once again Vaishali teacher English coaching welcomes you all. So today we will study one more important grammar lesson, degrees of comparison. Now what is degrees of comparison? It is nothing but a comparison of an adjective. Now what is adjective? Adjective, it tells more about noun. It specifies the noun. Students, adjectives can be written in three forms: positive, comparative and superlative. Just like clever, cleverer, cleverest, bright, brighter, brightest. In first example, Sham is as clever as me. It is the example of positive degree. Here the adjective clever, it has come in just simple form. It just shows only quality. There is no comparison. But if we see second example, Sham is cleverer than me. Here this cleverer word, it shows the comparison. So that means it is, we can say in comparative degree we get higher degree and shows the comparison between two animals, two places, two things or two people. The last example is of superlative degree, in which the adjective denotes the highest degree of the quality and used when more than two things are compared. Let us analyze the degrees of comparison in detail. 1-1 comparison. This comparison indicates the comparison between two objects, two places, two animals and two people. In this type, we can change positive degree into comparative form and comparative degree in positive form. There is no role of superlative degree. That means superlative degree cannot be changed here. Students, note down two important things when you get examples of 1-1 comparison. When you change degree, use not. Second thing, swipe the places of subject and object. Manali is cooler than Mysore. Now this is example of comparative degree. Now how we can understand that it is comparative degree? How will you identify? First thing, the cooler word is there. It is an adjective and it is the higher degree of adjective. Second thing, than word is there. So these two things are enough to identify that it is comparative. Now when we change into positive, so what I told that we will use not and we'll swipe the places. So the answer will be Mysore is not as cool as Manali. That razor is sharper than this one. Now this is one more example of comparative degree and we have to change into positive one. So how we'll change that? This razor is not as sharp as that razor. So what I have done here, I have used not and I have swiped the places of subject and object. The next example, my house is as big as yours. It is the example of positive degree and you will change your house is not bigger than my house. The next is one many comparison. In this comparison, one object or person is compared with many. In this type, we can change all three degrees. Ram is the tallest boy in the class. This is the example of superlative degree. So note, when we change one many comparison and we change sentence into positive degree, so we have to use one word, that is no other. So answer should be no other boy in the class is as tall as Ram. And when we change into comparative degree, we have to use than any other. So answer should be Ram is taller than any other boy in the class. Another example of one many comparison. Mango is sweeter than any other fruit. It is the example of comparative degree. Now let's change into superlative and positive one. The mango is the sweetest fruit. No other fruit is as sweet as mango. The third comparison is few most comparison. In this comparison, few things or few people are compared with most. In this type, all three degrees we can change. When we change into superlative degree, we have to use one of the. In positive degree, if we change, we have to use very few. And if we change into comparative, we will use than many other. Now, study the examples. Ram is one of the tallest boys in the class. It is superlative degree. When we change into positive, we have to use very few because few are compared with most. Very few boys in the class are as tall as Ram. In comparative, Ram is taller than many other boys in the class. Another example is very few novelists are as great as Shakespeare. If we change it to superlative, it should be Shakespeare is one of the greatest novelists. And if we change into comparative, it should be Shakespeare is greater than many other novelists. I hope you all have understood very well degrees of comparison. Thanks for watching.